Hello, hello. I am pulling out a few different things, supplies and whatnot, so that I am ready to go. I've got a few different colors of ink. I'm pulling out my acrylic block. And as we wait for a few people to join, so I'm not talking to myself. Oh, hey, Rose. Speak and they shall come, right? Okay, so I am going to be trying out a monochromatic background. I just made one. We have a, hey Dee, we have a blog hop coming up for the team this coming Wednesday. Hi, Ellen. So the Brutus Monroe team is going to be sharing monochromatic cards, and I just finished making mine. I can't show it to you yet. Hi, Jean. Hi, Sandy. But I figured I could use the same technique with another pretty image, and hopefully we will get some similar results. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hey, Kijo. Hey, Dawn. How's it going, you guys? Okay, I'm going to set this off to the side so it's out of my way, at least for the moment. I am going to use, not that, because that has somebody's information on it. Oh, I don't think I have any printer paper nearby, so I'll just use this paper towel. Oh my gosh, Rose, that's so funny. I mean, I don't know. It depends on how awful things are with your in-laws. I know some people don't have very good experiences with the in-laws. But that just depends on your relationship with them. Do they raise Erica? Because if they raised Erica, they must be pretty decent, right? Okay, so this stamp set is from Altenew, which you can probably tell because of these giant flowers. Altenew is kind of all about that giant flower life. And this one is called Build a Flower Rose. The images are absolutely gorgeous. Mine are great, just no English. Oh no. Do they speak Spanish? What language do they speak? I'm trying to learn. I don't know if any of you guys know second languages or more than 2 languages. I'm trying to practice my Spanish, but I don't really have very many opportunities to practice it. So we have made friends with the owner at the restaurant we go to, and, you know, I do what I can. You have good in-laws, but we limit the time to 4 days at a time. That sounds like a good plan. Sometimes you just need to live your own life, right? Oh no, Rose. I am always really self-conscious about speaking Spanish because I feel like I sound ridiculous. Oh, Dawn, that's a good idea. You love to listen to Daniel. Daniel speaks really good Spanish. If I'm not mistaken, I believe his wife speaks Spanish. I could be wrong, but I think she does. Okay, so what I am doing is I'm starting out with my lightest color. I picked 3 colors. I'm using the Hero Arts Shadow Inks for these. And I saw this technique originally. This image is a little big for this, but we'll see what happens. I saw this technique like a million years ago from Yana Smakula. She does a whole bunch of stuff for Spellbinders, and she's pretty awesome about everything, pretty much. He is a pastor and has a morning service in Spanish. That's really cool. Hey, Fatima. I did not know that about his... I didn't know he did a service in Spanish. That's really neat. Okay, so I saw this technique originally like forever ago, like maybe 3 years ago or something from Yana Smakula. And I just really liked it, and so I wanted to do it again. I don't know. So basically what you do is you start with your lightest color, and then you, she suggests making a triangle sort of thing, which now that I did that, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I guess, I don't know. I'm like trying to give advice and I don't even know what I'm doing, you guys. But yeah, so she suggests kind of like making a triangle and starting there for your first starting point, and then just sort of like filling in the blanks and wherever you go. I'm stamping on top of a paper towel just because I don't want to stamp all over my desk, and I don't feel like getting my media mat out right now. So that's that. But you just try to use complementing colors, or you want all the same color family basically, but you want to start with your lightest color and then work to the darkest color that you're using. I prefer to ink it like this instead of trying to push my stamp into it. But yeah, so you just keep filling in the space and you get darker as you go. It's fine if it overlaps, that's kind of the point. I don't think my colors are the best. If I don't have I need a softer pink, if you can believe that. Like, cause this one kind of has almost some purpley tones to it. It doesn't really seem like a blush pink sort of color. And the other thing is that my image is very large. Normally you would do this with a smaller image, and you would probably get better results, but you know, I'm just trying things out and seeing what happens. I didn't get a super great stamp impression there, but that's okay. Okay. I think really it would be better if I had 4 colors, but that's also okay. I'm just trying things out, seeing what we come up with. And if there are things that you guys are wanting to see technique-wise and whatever, just let me know, because there's a whole lot of stuff that we can, do. Second generation Stamp My Light color, that's not a bad idea. We'll see what happens. Now I have paper towel texture in there, so that wasn't a good plan on my part. Oh well. That's okay. This looks a little messy for me. I don't love it. You like the large image? Yeah, I don't know. I think if it had more detail maybe, because it only has a few spots that aren't really colored in. Like if it had a little more detail, I feel like it might work a little bit better for this. So there's that. I don't love it, but it would make a pretty background piece for something else. Like if you weren't going to use this as the main focus, but you just wanted something pretty on it. That could definitely work for that. Like especially if you were just going to put like something over top of it, like I don't know, like a strip sentiment or something, and then, hey Renee, and then, you know, just use this as like kind of a piece that's like poking out of the background like that, if you will, you know what I mean? Put something on top of it, and then you just have that pretty pattern around the outside. So if you mess up your backgrounds like this, because I don't really feel like this is very pretty, but if you mess up your backgrounds or it doesn't turn out quite how you want it to, don't necessarily throw it away, just because you can still use them. And I know that's probably the hoarder in me saying that. Don't throw away your scraps or your mess ups or whatever. But really and truly, you can use them for a lot. Would be neat for embossed resist. Oh yeah, that's true. Yes, it is a layering stamp. You probably could. There's a lot. These images are very, very detailed. So there's like a ton of layers. You could stamp like the next most detailed one, and that might work. Yeah, I mean, we could. Doesn't really matter to me. I'm just here to hang out with you guys, right? We're not doing anything specific. Have the detail so you could put it in places. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so if you wanted to, I mean, getting it lined up for me is the hardest part. I can never remember which way it goes. See, that's not... I don't know. That's not right. I guess it goes like this. Yeah, I have a hard time when I can't look right over top of it, because like if I looked right over top, my head would be in front of the camera and you guys wouldn't be able to see anything. Hey Belinda. But yeah, so let's do, okay, I'm gonna do the darkest one just because it's kind of hard to see. I think if I start trying to layer over top of the other stuff, I'm gonna run into some issues. Let's see. Anyway, when I can't be right over top of it, I find that I sometimes have a really difficult time. Like, I don't think I did that right. No, I think it's crooked. That's okay. It's definitely not lined up. But I have, I have a really hard time when I can't be like right over top of it to line these stamps up. I just can't tell where I'm supposed to be going. When I can be right over top, I have much better results just because, well, obviously, you know, I can see where I'm going. I think this one goes this way. Yeah, I'm really not sure. But sometimes too, honestly, the best, in my opinion, the best ones that you come up with, or the best, some of the prettiest designs are not the ones that are exactly perfect. They are the ones that are kind of like offset a little bit. I don't know, but I like them. Let's see, which direction does this go? That is down. So the stamp goes like this. Like this. Somewhere. I think like that. You guys, I don't know. I'm the worst. Well, we're just gonna put it on there and it's fine. It doesn't really matter. We're just making some abstract background. It's totally cool. And then this one, let's just put you, let's go with right here. Yeah. But yeah, so now you, at least it has a little more definition. It doesn't, I feel like it looks a little less strange, because before it looked a little weird. We could do the dark ones too. Yeah, I kind of have to stick with it with layering stamps, yeah. Okay, so this one goes this way. And again, I can't get right over top of it, so I get like really off. It's fine though. It'll be okay. Yes, we will call it abstract. I like that. Let's go with that. Let's see. It really is hard when you can't get over top of it. It just, I feel so like I can't figure out how to line it up right. I'm trying to line up the little, because there are some curved pieces in there that, ooh, that's pretty. There are some curved pieces on this stamp that you're supposed to line up with this one, and that helps, but again, when you can't be right over top of it, it's kind of hard to see, so it's all right. You would think it would get easier for me the more I'm doing it right now, but it's not really. I know, but I just don't, you know, I just don't want my head all over the camera. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my lighter color for this one, and, well, my middle color, I should say, and I don't want the darker color to, I don't know, contaminate my ink pad, basically. So I am using my Squeaky Clean with my dispenser and my microfiber cloth, and just trying to get as much of that ink off as I can so I don't have any transfer. And then I'll go ahead and use the bubble gum. Hey, Stacy. Yes, it is an Altenew stamp. They have the most gorgeous floral images. It is insane. Totally insane. All right, let's see. It goes this way. So I want this little stamp. Now it's going to get really hard, you guys, because I can't tell. Because I don't even have those other lines to line it up on. Okay, this dark thing goes right underneath here. So this line. Woo! You did, although there's no space between alt and new. Otherwise, it's spelled totally right. Oh, and you guys, I am actually working on, so you guys know that I am in the Altenew Educator program. It is spelled with an E, but people pronounce it Altenew. Kind of like Ulta, like that beauty thing, the brand, whatever it's called. It's finally getting like slightly easier. I'm still off, but it's not as bad. This is getting a little overwhelming though. If I do say so myself. Yeah, this is getting a little bit much, but that's all right. It's cool. All right, this little guy goes right there. Okay, well that's really busy, but it kind of looks like floral paper or something. Oh well. We tried, we did it. I think it would be better with a smaller stamp, just because it wouldn't take up quite as much space, and you could, or not necessarily even a smaller stamp, but a bigger piece of paper. If you had a larger piece of paper, that would probably work better because things wouldn't be quite so crowded. But I mean, all things considered, it looks like, oh, a little Anna Griffin. Oh, it is very floral, very, very floral. Okay, so that's that. We made a background. It is like totally saturated with ink, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, you could do pretty much whatever you want with that now. Oh, but anyway, what I was going to tell you guys is that I am doing that Altenew Educator Certification Program. And I have finished all of the level 1 courses. So now I am going to be able to move on to level 2. But before I can move on to level 2, I have to, isn't it, Connie? It really is a pretty stamp. Before I can move on to level 2, I have to do a challenge, basically, to show that I've learned all that I needed to learn with the first level. And so there's like a project I have to complete that meets certain criteria and all kinds of stuff. So I'm actually working on, it's like the longest blog post I've ever written, because I have to do like a synopsis of the classes and like techniques and design tips and a YouTube video and a photo tutorial and all this stuff as part of the training and the certification process. And so I used actually our backgrounds that we made. The name of this stamp is Build a Flower Rose. So it's by Altenew, and it's Build a Flower Rose. So they have a bunch of these Build a Flower stamps, but then they have other layering stamps also. They just don't have quite as many layers, I feel like. Well, it just depends. Like I have this other one right here, which is Garden Treasure. This is another one of my favorites, and it's really pretty. Like this is the stamped image, so I have an extra one in here that I fussy cut out. And I just stamped it with the 3 different colors, and oh, it's kind of blurry, or glare, I mean. But yeah, so that's kind of what that one looks like. They're all super gorgeous. I love them so much. Anyway, so for my Altenew thingamajig, I actually used the backgrounds that we made in the live on Thursday night. So I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek. I haven't shared these anywhere yet, but this is what the card I made with our first background that we made in the live the other night. So my challenge, and I think it's different for everyone, but my challenge was to make a his and hers card. Hey, Dawn. To make a his and hers card set, I guess, with similar supplies and techniques, but having one be masculine and one be more feminine. So that is my masculine card. So I used that wood background that we made in the live the other night, and then I used some cacti, and then I just put like a more plain sentiment, I love you more than stamps, and that's a lot, which came from this set from Altenew called Crafty Life. It's like one of my new favorite stamp sets. So I made that one. And then the feminine one that I made using the same supplies, like the same or similar supplies and techniques, but a more feminine look, is this one here. Yes, Connie, it is. Yeah, so I did both of these in our live video the other night. Yeah. So then I just used, instead of the cacti here, I used floral over here. And then I did the same kind of sentiment, only I put sending you crafty hugs. And these were both supposed to be kind of like encouragement cards. That was my theme. So these are the ones that I am doing my challenge project for, or with. I'm pretty excited about it. Because if I'm being honest, I don't usually like the stuff that I do, and I said this when I was making these. This looks like patterned paper. Like, I can't even believe I made it, and I know that I made it. It's hard to believe that I made that. It's really cool. And same with it. This is like the shiplap, whatever. It looks more like the shiplap technique. I don't know. They're just really cool. And I just can't believe that I made those. All I want to do is sit here and make those backgrounds because I'm so super obsessed. I am really, really into it. Here's one that I haven't made a card out of yet. So there's that. I have one left over from what we made. Looks like pattern paper. I know, right? That's what I thought. That's crazy. Yeah, so this is the last one, and I haven't made anything with this one yet. I think this is the last one we made. But yeah, anyway. Or maybe I made this one after we got done. I don't know. Anyway, I've been making these backgrounds like obsessively. So, Dawn, I did it in my live video on Thursday night. Dawn from W+9 shared this video where she showed how to make like a shiplap technique or a shiplap background. And I took her suggestions and then kind of made it my own in order to make these different kinds of backgrounds using the kind of general technique. So her tutorial was awesome. And then I just sort of like kind of ran with it and then did my own thing with it, and that's kind of what I came up with. So I really like them. But basically what you do is you score your paper. Just use a bone folder or whatever you have to score the paper first, so you can see if I turn it over that it has the score lines. I think you can see it. Hopefully you can. But yeah, it has the score lines in it, and then you use a ruler and the edge of an ink pad to go along those lines, and then just add your inking as you want to, and you end up with this really cool technique. But if you want to go back and watch my live video, it will be, well, it's already there. It's got the replay there for you to watch. And also, I have just decided that some of my live videos, I think I will go back and edit them, because I can download the video after it's live. Once it is processed and all of that, I can download it, and then I can edit them and then add them as tutorial videos after the fact. So if people can't make the live and you don't want to sit and watch through all the chit chat and all the random stuff that happens in a live like this, then you could go back and watch the like recap basically of the technique or the card or whatever it was that we're making, and then you still get to kind of see what we did without all of the other extra stuff. So that's kind of cool. I think I'm going to be doing that. Yeah, so that's that. I'm not really sure. I didn't really have a plan when I came on here tonight, unfortunately. I kind of like to have something planned out in advance, but I didn't really have a whole lot planned. So, but you know what we could do, you guys? We could, it pains me to even do this, but I could trim part of this floral thing and then put it on top of this shiplap card, like, you know, like a, I don't know, like a thing. Hey, Sue. An old mangrove Yana. Keijo, I need more information. Tell me more. I need to know more about that. Let's see, maybe like 2.5 inches. Let's see how thick that is. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, I'm cutting my background we just made, you guys. Let's see. Do we want to make it slightly shorter? Awesome. Yeah, you should definitely try it. It's really cool. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Okay, and then we can, let's see. Maybe we can coordinate. So I want it to look, oh no, you're buffering. That's no good. I think 2.75 should probably do the trick. I'm just creating a mat right now with this other color. I wanted a neutral color to kind of go with our background there. And then we can like put a sentiment on it or something. I don't know, that'd be kind of cool, right? Hopefully, something. Let's see, what can we do for a sentiment? I have that Crafty Life set. Had to go back and come back in. Oh no. Is everybody else okay? Hopefully everyone else is doing all right. Let's see. None of these are really tall except for the, oh. This doesn't really go with this theme, but I think that kind of makes it cuter. Oh no, they're not all, I thought it was all one stamp. That's okay, we can line it back up. I thought these were all connected, but they're not. Okay, good. I'm glad that we're doing okay. All right, so I've got my little Crafty Life set. This is from Altenew. I'm gonna grab my mini Misty and plop my little card panel in here. And I know you guys love my super professional terms. Okay, eat, sleep, craft, repeat. And what I'm actually gonna do is use my little ruler guy here. I'm gonna turn this sideways just so that I can whatever. Okay, so if I have this at it's around 2.5 inches. And they are about 1 inch-ish. So if I come in, I don't know, 1/2 inch on each side. No, it's gonna need to be more than that. I'm not very good at figuring things out, y'all. Okay, but I'm at least gonna use this as like kind of a general guideline of where I should put these. I think that's a little too far in, but that seems fairly good right here. Okay, and then now I can just line them up. Put it on a t-shirt. You definitely should. Oh, Don, that's a bummer. Well, hopefully if you guys do that, if you go back out and then in again, it will help fix things. Eat, sleep, craft, repeat. I like it. Okay, so now the only thing is, I don't have, oh, I know what I'll do. So this one's a little longer, so I'm gonna wait on putting that down. I'm gonna pick those ones up first, and then I can move this out of the way and get this centered. Hopefully that makes sense. Because this one is a little bit longer, so if I had lined it up with the ruler, it wouldn't have been centered. Let me get it as straight as I can. I need to try Rose's tip of using a pencil eraser to do this, but I never have one handy. I keep moving it like just too far. Hold on. So I was making a joke about in my last video, well, the video that I just posted, so not my live, but the pre-recorded video that I just posted last night, I was kind of making a joke about how I must be like the slowest crafter ever because it takes me so long to do stuff, and then I have all this footage, and I don't know, I have to edit out so much stuff, and then I have to like speed up my processes a lot because I just apparently craft really, really slow. So now you guys get to see that on here. Okay, as far as color goes for the embossing, because I was going to emboss it, I think, just to add a little bit of interest. Should we do... We could do gilded, but it might make it a little bit hard to see. I'm also a little worried about the embossing powder melting and then not being able to read it because those are such small letters. Because I want to keep, the theme is kind of like neutrals and then that floral, right? So I don't want to go with anything like black or I don't know if white will be hard to see. That's all. I was kind of worried about the white being difficult to read, but we can try it. I've got Alabaster. All right, let's get our embossing ink and whatever. If we mess up the background, that's okay. It wasn't perfect to begin with, so that's all right. And then this one at the bottom is really cute. I don't know if you guys could read it before, but it says, so it says eat, sleep, craft, repeat. And then that one at the bottom says hashtag crafty life. Thought that was really cute. Okay. Woo. All right, we'll see what happens. I'm a little nervous. Oh, gilded, you think? I can try gilded. There's the gilded right there. Let me grab a coffee filter. Takes hours to make a card. Okay, well, at least I'm in good company. Because it definitely takes me a while sometimes. Hopefully this doesn't stick too much to the background. It is a little bit, but hopefully when we flick it, it will come off. Because I think some of that ink still was wet from our, it's still a little wet from the ink. Yeah, you think the white will get lost? That's what I was kind of worried about. Okay, so the thing here is that there is excess embossing powder just because there was so much ink on this background. So I'm just kind of, this is not probably a good idea for me because I'm kind of clumsy when it comes to trying to get powders off like this. However, I don't have a paintbrush handy at the moment. So we'll do what we can, right? We can only do what we can do. All right, let's see what happens. I'm nervous. All right, heat tool is going on. I kind of hope that that might help unwarp it, but it's really not helping. We're gonna have to like flatten it out. Have you guys ever tried running your embossing or running your warped stuff through your embossing machine, your die cutting machine? It's kind of interesting. I could probably do it again, honestly, because some of them didn't get quite covered. And since I have it in my MISTI, I could ink it in the exact same place again. It might help it look a little better. I don't know. We can try it again. Let's see what happens if I try to emboss it again, just to try to help get the color a little bit more clear. I'm gonna have to like go crazy with the anti-static powder tool though, because, oh yeah, put it under a book. Yep. Yeah, but if you put enough, like a shim or something, but as long, so if you're gonna put it in your die cut machine, the only thing that I would do and recommend is that you don't put it on your cutting plate. So put it somewhere not on your cutting plate, because if you put it on your cutting plate, it will leave marks in your stuff, if that makes sense. Like whatever you had cut, it might leave an impression on your project. So just be careful with that. Okay, heat tool's going back on. Oh wait, it would help if I actually put the embossing powder on. You guys. Oh, that's hot. Okay. I almost tried to heat emboss without putting any more powder on. Uh-oh. That's no good. It looks like, I don't know. The craft one is good, except for these other ones. They are like too, they got a little too, well, we'll heat emboss it and see what happens, but I don't think it's going to work. The letters with the powder and stuff, I think it's not, you're not going to be able to read it very well. We can heat it and see what happens, but I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to read, which is a bummer because the embossing looks much better. And that crafty life down at the bottom is better. Yeah, I mean, fair point. But at least we kind of have the idea. I mean, you can kind of read it, but not really enough that I would feel comfortable putting it on a card. But just for the sake of like making our mock-up card, whatever, we can always just, you know, like this is what it would look like if you did it right. Oh boy. The other thing too is I could just cut, like I could heat emboss them and then cut them out and paste them right over top, and that would be fine. So we could always do that if this doesn't, you know, since that doesn't really work out, but that's kind of cute. If those had looked better. But I mean, look, you can read the craft, and that's what's important, right? The crafting is the important part, and all of the rest is just a blur. We could say it was intentional, right? Like, all of this stuff doesn't really matter that much. I mean, who needs to eat? Who needs to sleep? All you need to worry about is crafting. That would have been really cute, though, if I hadn't messed it up. Look at that. That would have been cute. And then you just pop this one up on foam. Oh, cute. I think that was really cute. So, I mean, at least you get a card idea. It's not a very good setup or whatever, but, you know, it didn't really work out the way I hoped it would, but you have some inspiration on how you can make a card. We could always use this one too, but I think I'm going to try to let this dry before I do anything else with it, just because the other one was so wet. I can still feel like it's not wet, but you can tell that there's a lot of ink saturating it. So I think before I try to do anything, I will just let it dry. Okay, so you know, there's that. We can have a cute card, and hopefully I'll be able to finish it, and then I'll show it to you guys, and then we'll you'll be like, oh, it actually did turn out, but not today. Okay, what else can we do? What do we want to, anything we want to accomplish today? Yeah, that's kind of half the fun, isn't it? I don't know. I like to show you guys that everyone is human. So even in my videos, my actual videos, like when I record and edit them and all of that, I try not to take out any of the mess ups, just because I like you guys to see what I do with them and like if I can recover from it or not, and how I save my projects, because I really don't like to throw anything away if I can help it. So, you know, there's that. All right. Let's see. I'm like looking around at my desk, seeing if there's anything that I want to use on my projects. Let's see. I have a stack of stuff that I have not used yet right next to me, actually. And I know that I want to use this stamp set. Oh, you know what? That would actually be really cute on this also. Some of these cute cacti. That would be really cute with that rustic sort of shiplap look. This is a set that Sweet Dawn sent for me. So that is the Stuck on You set from May. Let's see. I know I have some cardstock right around here somewhere. Haha. Here it is. Okay, so we can stamp out some images. I've never used this before, so this will be the first time that I've used it. I really like this cute little plump one. That's adorable. Oh, Aloe, you very much. That's so cute. And you had me at Aloe. Oh my gosh, Rose, that's so funny. Okay, so let's see. I'm just trying to think of what I want to do. Hey, Tracy. A small collection of what I prefer to call samples. That's funny. Hey, Penny. Just got home from St. Louis. That's awesome. I'm jealous. Okay, so we're going to use these ones. Oh, they're so cute. Okay. I'm just going to swap out my little, I'm going to do the cactus first and then add the pot, I think. And I've got my detail ink right here. I'm doing really well, Tracy. Thanks for asking. I was just telling everybody a little bit ago that I'm going to try to start editing my live videos after the fact so that people who can't catch the live can get sort of like a condensed version of what happened without all of the chit chat and all of that. Because I thought maybe some people would like that, like to still be able to see the technique but not have to sit through all of the Rose, you're so funny. Not have to sit through like all of the excess stuff, if you will. Oh, I know, and I love you guys. I love chatting with you guys, and that's kind of like why I do the lives. But some people either don't like to watch live videos, or they can't, or they like to watch live videos, but if they miss it and they want the playback or whatever, they don't want to listen through all of the chit chat. Ooh, I kind of stamped that a little crooked. That's okay. So, oh, Tracy, that's awesome. Oh, hey, that's okay. 2:30, that's crazy. Where are you located? Have you told me that already, where you are? Because, man, 2:30 in the morning already. It's only 9:30 here. Well, 9:24. I hope you get some good sleep. I'm going to be adding some new craft furniture to my craft room tomorrow. Well, at least we're going to get it tomorrow, and then we'll see what happens after that. But the UK, oh my gosh. Well, I need to come visit the UK at some point. These are the colors that I'm going to use. These are my favorite greens for anything sort of like dark green. So I've got G99, G94, and G43. These are my favorites for coloring cacti. Yes, I would really love to visit the UK, honestly. It's kind of on my list of places that I really want to go, but I have not really traveled anywhere. I am not apparently a very wanderlust sort of person, or at least I have the desire to travel, but I've never really been able to make it happen. So there's that. All right, so I'm just adding a little bit of color here, and then I'm kind of going up around the edge like that, just to add a little bit of oomph, going over those lines. Okay, so let's talk, since we're using May. Oh, hey Brad, what are you doing in here? I only just saw your message. And I suppose you could be one of my favorite greens, but if I told Kaylee that you were my favorite, she might disown me. So, unless this is Kaylee and you're just under Brad's account. And then, in that case, do I pass your test? But yeah. Nope, it's you. Okay. No brownie points for me then. Unless you just go back and tell her. That'd be cool. Then I would get some extra cool brownie points. So, Brad, what are you to me? Are you my cousin-in-law? Is that what you're called? Are you my cousin-in-law? That sounds so ridiculous. Yes, you are my cousin-in-law. So Brad is my cousin's husband. And he's a pretty cool dude, you guys. Everybody say hi to Brad. Hey, Evilise, how's it going? Oh, she's here watching too. Hi, Kaylee. I love you. Yay, it's Kaylee. I don't think I've ever seen you guys in one of my lives, so that's pretty cool. So Kaylee's my super awesome cousin. Don't tell anyone else, but she's probably my favorite cousin. I love you too. We're just making a cactus card, you know, no big deal. I've never used this stamp set before, so I figured I would try it out and see where this took me. I don't know. I don't think Brad crafts. However, Kaylee does in some way, shape, or form. She did a really cool Lego birthday party for her son, and I super loved seeing the pictures for that. That was really cool. I know, aren't they so cool? Hey Lauren, how's it going? Okay, what color do we want to color the pot, you guys? I'm gonna go ahead and color the little flower up here pink, because I just feel like it needs to be pink. But if you guys have a preference on what color you'd like to color the bottom, just swatch and inks. Kaylee, it's not a competition, okay? Every little ounce of craftiness is a magical gift. Okay, so we're done with our cactus. I'm not going to do this one because I totally messed up the little, it's not really that bad, and I'll find a way. Probably what I'll do is draw on like a little bow or something. How do you get the name to turn orange? What name? Oh, thanks, Tracy. Rose, what name are you asking about? Are you asking about like if you try to go to a channel? I think it's only if you type in a channel. Like if I go over to the chat box and I type in a card, day's work. Yeah. I think it's the channel. I don't know. I'm not sure. Terracotta color. I don't know if I have, I have some colors that might work. Like this one, maybe, I don't know, let's see. I'm just gonna do kind of like some shading up here to see if it works. I think that this other color is gonna sort of like override that second color. That color is kind of nice. So maybe if I do like only a little bit of the dark color. Yeah, I'm not sure, you guys. I know when I type in a channel name, it makes it orange, but I'm not sure about like people's names. I don't really know that much about the chat. You put an @ sign. I didn't see anybody else's stuff turn orange though. I haven't seen any orange things. Maybe it only shows up orange for the person that you tag. Oh, I'm coloring you guys, I'm coloring the wrong side of the cactus. I'm too distracted. Okay, and as you guys know, I don't worry really that much about coloring outside of the lines because I'm really not super great at staying inside the lines. And so what I do is I just go right on ahead and color however I want to. And then I use a white gel pen at the end and I just like clean up wherever I made mistakes so that it looks like I'm really good at coloring, even though I made mistakes. So if you ever want to do that, you can always add just a little bit of white gel pen over the areas that you went outside the lines, and it really helps clean it up. This is a little darker than I wanted, but it's all right. It'll work. Okay, so this is totally unrelated to crafting, but earlier today, I was watching a Netflix and I saw they have Watership Down on there. I don't know if you guys ever watched that when you were younger. I'm just going over this with an E11 marker so that it's not actually completely white, so that it looks like just a highlight, but it's not white. It makes it look a little bit more natural, I feel like. I don't know. Maybe not, but I feel like it helps. All right, so like I said, I'm just going to go back in with that gel pen on the edges where I went over the line, just to kind of clean it up a little bit, make it look like I know what I'm doing. And voila, it looks like I'm great at coloring. I do need to do the top of the pot as well, I suppose. So let me do that really quick. And I'm going to try to do the color a little bit farther out, if that makes sense, because I don't want it to be quite exactly perfectly lined up with the pot. I want the color gradients to be like slightly different. So it looks like the light might be coming at an angle instead of directly straight at it. But I need to take some classes on color theory because I feel like I don't really know that much about it. Or in like color theory and light sources and things like that. Kitten Clowder has a good class that I need to purchase so that I can learn more about that. Okay, hopefully that looks okay. That's what I got for this cute little cat tie. That's kind of cute. Kind of cute. All right, so I'm going to use a different pair of Fussy cutting scissors tonight, just because they are what I have on my desk right now. Gasp, I know I'm not using the Brutus Monroe ones. Don't hold it against me. This pair that I have from Fiskars is really sharp, so they work really well. Thanks, Jean. So anyway, what I was saying about the Netflix thing is that I was, Christopher usually has a short piece about color theory and lighting. Oh, that's cool. I need to, I think I'll be able to tune in for the next class. Did you guys already do the embossing class, by the way? Or is that still on the schedule? I know you guys did the aqua pigment class. Oh my gosh, Sue, that's amazing. I'm jealous. Is it at the store in Florida? I would, man, what I wouldn't give to take that class. That's super cool. Oh no, it was today. Like right now? Like tonight? Oh no. My fingers keep getting in the way, you guys. I'm having a hard time cutting today. Okay, anyway, so what I was trying to say that I keep forgetting, like mid-sentence, what I'm talking about, is that I was watching Netflix, and they have Watership Down on there, and I never actually watched it when I was a kid, so I guess I'm missing out. I don't know if it was a cartoon. I'm honestly not sure if it was, yeah, I'm not sure. But anyway, hey, Daniel. And so I started watching it, and there's only 4 episodes, but they're like an hour long-ish. And, I don't know. It's a little dark. I thought it was a kid's show. But it's like, I would not let my 4-year-old watch that. And I don't know, like, maybe I'll feel differently once he gets a little bit older, but he's kind of affected a little more than maybe other kids are by scary things, or like what he considers scary. Like he won't even watch Moana anymore because he's terrified of Teka, like the lava monster thing in that movie. Said the email went out Monday. It was supposed to be today. Oh no, man. But yeah, anyway, it was scary for, I don't know, I felt like it was kind of dark for a kid's, what I thought was supposed to be a kid's show. Maybe it wasn't a kid's show. I don't know, but it's about rabbits. It's about these cute little rabbits, and they're Warren, but they're super cute. The animation's really good. Oh man, none of you guys got emails. You guys should definitely reach out to Christopher and let him know, because that stinks, for sure. All right, I love this little cactus. I don't know yet what I'm going to do with him, but it's very cute, and it does look good on that wood background. Let's see. We also have You Had Me at Hello. What a sticky situation. I forgot. It almost fits perfectly right there. I kind of like the idea of Christopher's been MIA. Okay, well, you guys, the team has the whole week off this week. And I know Christopher, so I at least want to let you guys know some things. Christopher is working on overhauling the website, so there's that. He is also working on making a bunch of new goodies for you guys that I know he's really excited about. So that's probably part of the reason why he hasn't been live as much lately. But I would, for those of you guys who didn't get the email, I would definitely check with Christopher and let him know. Because if that many people didn't get the email, then there's a good chance that he was like, where is everybody if he did go to start the class? But the last time there was a class, he did send the link to the design team so that we could pop in and kind of check things out and see how the classes worked. But I didn't see him post about that today. Daniel, we were actually talking about you earlier. Do you guys think maybe I could do the other cactus? Do you want me to do this cactus too? Because I could maybe like make a little shelf of potted plants down here. Yeah, Lauren, I'm not sure. It just seems weird. I don't know. Let's go ahead and make another one, because why not? Now that I put away all my colors for my cactus. It's cool. All right. Slide that up there. My desk is a train wreck. Yeah, Belinda, definitely. Yeah, there's no video. Yeah, you guys definitely check with Christopher, because, I mean, I know that he will make it right. You know, he cares about you guys a lot. Okay, let's see. I can just do it on the back of this, right? Right. Wondered if he got busy. Oh. Well, I hope that it gets figured out really soon. I can try to ask him after my live and see what's going on. I can't really reach out to him right now while I'm live. Yeah, it sounds like nobody got an email, or at least somebody got an email, but most people did not. That's a bummer. Look how cute these images are, you guys. Ugh, this cactus is adorable. It's got so many little things. Oh no, you've been working hard on design team things you can't do on video. Daniel, you are on a lot of design teams all of a sudden, I feel like. Like, oh, a few, right? Because you're on Brutus Monroe. And then the cardstock thingamajiggy, right? What's the name of the company? Cardstock company? No. What is it called? Something, Cardstock Warehouse? Is that what it is? Cardstock Warehouse, yes. I have never tried their stuff. Is it really good? It seemed like it when I saw your video that you did about the, sorry if my head's in the way, y'all. When I saw the video that you did about, what? You're on the Catherine Pooler design team? I didn't know that. What? Oh my gosh, I need more information about that. That's crazy. That's awesome. Are you going to Creativation, by the way? Or are you not going this year? I'm going to try to meet Catherine Pooler while I'm there. I have a list, you guys, of people that I want to meet at Creativation. Like, really want to meet. I don't think May is going to be at Creativation. Oh, you can't go. Boo. That sucks. That makes me sad. I know Lauren's going, and Marie is going. But I think that might be it for our team. Obviously, Christopher will be there. Man. Didn't get an email. Asked him today. Oh. Sorry about that, you guys. So I'm just going to follow the same pattern here that I did with the first one and get that color on to my little cactus. So I just add a little bit on one side and then go up a little higher on the other side just so that we get that kind of highlighted area. So I go in with my darkest color first, And then you also add your darkest color around anything where something might be sitting on top of it, if that makes sense. So like underneath the flowers, you add that as well. Look for Ken Hess of Ken Creations. Oh yeah, at Creativation. I was like, where for what? I already forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, I have like a whole list of people that I want to meet. So I have a blogger breakfast with Spellbinders. So I will be at that because I design for them occasionally. Oh, Lauren, that's awesome. I don't have any Catherine Pooler inks yet. I need to get some. But yeah, so I'm going to be at the Spellbinders blogger breakfast. So I should theoretically get to meet Yana Smakula. And then who else do I want to meet? I want to meet the people from Neat and Tangled and Pretty Pink Posh. I definitely want to meet Leslie from Heffy Doodle because she's super fun. She just makes me laugh on her videos. And then, of course, Corin Wiskman. I definitely am going to meet her. I think I'm going to be working at the Tonic booth for part of Creativation. So I will hopefully get to meet some cool people while I am doing that. I'll be helping out, I believe, doing some like products. Oh my god, I can't even think of the word, you guys. Product demos. Lord have mercy. But yeah, I think I'll be doing some product demos at the Tonic booth, and then I will more than likely be meeting Alexandra from Hedgehog Hollow, and who else? I don't know. There's just going to be a ton of people there. Maybe I'll see Jennifer McGuire. Jessica's famous. What? That's not true. Okay, so Daniel, I'm interested to know how this works for other companies, because my experience with Brutus Monroe is maybe different, but not. I don't know. So how did it work when you started guest designing for Catherine Pooler? Did you like apply to be a guest designer, or did she find your work by you sharing it on social media? I'm always interested to know how each company works, because some companies have design team calls and some do not. So it's kind of interesting to see how they all work. Yeah, Lauren, I'm going to do some demos at the Tonic booth, and I think Marie is going to help out with it too. So I don't know, it's exciting. I think I'll be there on Saturday and Monday from 12 to 2 on both of those days. So I got like 2 hours per day. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully it turns out, okay. I'm pretty excited about it. Catherine dropped in on one of my Instagram lives. Wow, that's super cool. And then she was like, hey, join my team. You want to guest design? That's always really neat when the owners, specifically the owners, because that a lot of these companies have people like their design team coordinators and whoever who will go out and kind of search for talent or whatever. Of course you can, Lauren. That would be super cool. But yeah, they have people who go out and search for talent for them or like report back and all that kind of stuff. But it's really cool when you see owners like actually popping into fan videos and things like that. That's super neat. And I'm just adding like a little bit of darker color into those so that they look like they have a little bit of texture. I didn't even really worry about staying in the lines at all. Like at all. Hey, Jips, how's it going? Ugh, I can't get my markers back inside this caddy. I have too many of them. Ugh. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use the same colors that I used for the other pot just to kind of keep things rolling in the same color family. But this one is a little bit different shaped, so I'm gonna do the same general coloring, but I'm gonna kind of since it has more of like a scoop at the bottom, I am going to kind of feather it out so that my edge goes a little farther in on the bottom. And so when I do this, my color blending, I like to, I guess they call it flicking, but I start heavier at the outside, and then as I get towards the inside, I like kind of lift up the pressure, and oh, thanks. I sort of lift up the pressure, and it gives sort of a lighter end to the stroke, and that actually really helps blend the colors, because you don't get a harsh line at the end where the color stops and the new color begins. It really helps to have like a gradiated look. I hope that's a word, gradiated. I don't know, gradient look. Whatever the right word is for it. So I'm doing that exact same thing, just going over the colors like that. I'm going to leave that little bit of white space in the center, and then I'm going to take my E11 like I did for the other one and just go right over top of my other colors, just so that it's not stark white underneath there. And there we go. Hooray! I actually really like this color combination. It's pretty. Have to go heat press. That's awesome. Hey, Daniel, did you get my Christmas card, by the way, before you go? I wasn't sure if everyone got my Christmas cards. I was a little worried that they didn't. And Lauren, did you get my Christmas card? Now that I've got you cornered on my live video, I just wanted to make sure that they got there, because I think Marie had said she hadn't gotten hers yet, and I was like, I really hope that everyone got them. Oh, yay, you did get it. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure that it got there, because I was a little worried that I like wrote the addresses wrong or something. And Barina just told me today that she got hers, so I'm really excited. You haven't checked the mail in a couple of days. You sound like me. That's funny. Okay, cool. Daniel, do you do mail call? Oh, that's awesome. Thanks. If you do mail call, we should chat at some point, because I kind of want to start doing it. For those of you guys who don't know what that is or haven't participated in it before, it's basically where people, you put out like a, hey, I'm going to do mail call, and you can have a theme or not have a theme, just depending on what you want to do. But like sometimes it'll be a theme, like, okay, so for the month of February or January, since you would be sharing it in February, the month of January, you have until X date to send in your card with the theme Valentine's Day. And then people can send cards to the address that you provide, which is usually a P.O. box. But they'll send the cards to that address, and then you have a video where you share all of those people's cards. So if you send a card, there's a chance that your card could be featured in that mail call video, which I think is really cool. So I was thinking about starting that, but I've never done one. So like one of my cards was featured in one of Christina Werner's mail call videos, her very last mail call. So that was kind of neat, but yeah, I don't know. If you guys think of that might be something you would want to do, I don't know. Yeah, so Christina Werner stopped doing her mail call, but my card was in her very last mail call video, which was really cool. It was super neat. And then this one time, okay, I was like having a super fangirl moment, you guys, because this one time I was watching a Christina Werner video, you know, because I watch other YouTubers when I'm not on live or making my own videos. And so I was watching a Christina Werner video, and she was giving tips. I don't even remember about what. I think it was like 5 card making tips for when you're starting out or whatever. And one of the tips was like, go to Instagram or Pinterest or whatever and find inspiration. And like, you don't want to copy exactly somebody's card, but you know, you can get inspiration from other people who are crafting and using the same supplies as you. And when she did it, she was like scrolling through this phone image on her screen, and my card was there. She she had searched for distress oxides or something like that. And so it wasn't like she went searching and my card was the found, you know, like she found some inspiration from my card. It just happened to be there. But like, I was just randomly watching her video and I see this whatever pop up and I'm like, oh my God, that's my card. It was like the weirdest moment. So I naturally screenshotted it and I've saved it in my like paparazzi folder. Because I just thought that that was the coolest thing ever. I was like, look, I'm in a Christina Werner video. Because I'm a fangirl at heart, you guys. It was really neat. And, you know, like I said, it wasn't like she was like showcasing my card or anything. It was just totally random, but it was so funny. I was like, this is the coolest day ever. I'm famous. I'm in a Christina Werner video. Because I'm ridiculous like that, and that's just something that I would do. All right, I'm going to go ahead and clean up these outside edges here with a little bit of white gel pen. Because I really haven't been talking about this crafting at all. I've just sort of been babbling on about random other things. But yeah, so now we have two images, two cute little cacti. Now what are we gonna do? Let's see. I could make it look like they were on shelves or something, though I don't really know how I'm gonna do that. And then I could like put a sentiment in the middle. I don't know. What would I use? Just like a piece of brown cardstock or something? You think I need one more? Oh, well, I'm glad I'm not alone. At least I'm in good company with you guys. That makes me feel better. Let's see. I've got, let's reuse this paper towel from earlier. Yeah, the rule of threes, you're probably right. But then that means I have to stamp and color another one. Let's see. Let's see. Odd numbers are better. But then isn't it going to be even more crowded? Yeah, like see down here, they don't really even fit. But, I need like a tiny pot, and there's only these really giant pots. I love this like super cute little one. I could try to draw one, you guys, but I just don't know if I've got skills like that. Like look how cute this little itty bitty one is. And then I would hardly even have to cover it. I mean, color it. Man, y'all. Wow! I'm throwing my acrylic block. Holy cow. All right, let's see. That's upside down. Okay. If I stamp it right there and then draw a little pot on it, that might work. Oh, I know it does only say I have 6 likes. That's okay. Let's see. All right, if I stamp it like right up here, super cute. Okay, can I do it? This is the question. Stamp the background, stamp a section. Wait, what? Stamp the background, stamp Sue's a section for a shelf. Stamp the background, stamp, use a section for a shelf. The background stamp of what? Am I missing something? I don't know, I feel like I'm confused. Okay, while you're telling me what to do, then I'm gonna try to draw a little pot. The wood. This? Stamp the background stamp. You mean like the barn wall, the barn wall background stamp from Unity? I could get it out and see what I could do. I'm really nervous about this, you guys, because I am not like a drawer. Okay, they just did theirs straight across. Okay. And then kind of, let's see, like that. Ugh, I did it kind It's not perfect, but I mean, it's a little darker than my other stuff too. Oh, and you know what? I don't think this is a Copic friendly ink that I just used. I should have used a, I don't know if that's gonna work. It's not a Copic friendly ink. Oh yeah, so this background I made in our live last night from scratch. It used to be a piece of white paper. But we do have the barn wall background, so maybe put the pots on the lines like they're a shelf. I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking originally, but I just didn't know if it conveyed enough. Like if it would look like a shelf, I guess. I don't know. This one will be super fast to color at least. Whoa, that's not the right color. Whoa. I almost just colored that yellow, you guys. Like really almost colored it yellow. Whoops daisies. Okay, let's see. I want to use the same colors that I used before, just so that we have a little bit of consistency going on. This is why I am the hot mess crafter. Hot mess Jess. That's the thing. All right, let's see what happens. Oops, because I don't think my tiny pot is cute. Thanks. The problem is I don't think that this is Copic friendly ink. So it's probably going to smear, but since I'm using a dark color, I'm hoping that it will be okay. It's all trial and error, you guys. Trial and error. Scatterbrain today, me too. Obviously. But that's kind of like my normal at this time. So I kind of feel bad sometimes that you guys get stuck with me at this time of night because after the kids go to bed and all of that, I'm just, I've seen better days as far as my brain is concerned. All right, I'm going to add just a little bit of extra lines kind of coming through here because it looks a little too rough, I guess. I don't know. And then I'm just going to go right over top of here like that just to blend it in a little bit. Look at how small it is. Oh my gosh. It's like the tiniest pot ever. I don't know why this is so funny to me, but it really is. You guys, it's the tiniest cactus ever. It's a baby cactus. Oh, it's so cute. And now I'm gonna like cut it in half on accident because it's so small that I'm like, can't even fussy cut it. Woo. I can't even turn the paper because there's no paper. You're so right, Fatima. It is like the Three Bears. This one was too big. This one was too small. This one was just right. Oh, what is this world coming to? The tiniest cactus in the world. Oh my gosh. I just can't even with this. I can't even like hold the paper as I'm cutting it because it's so small. You can do it, little scissors. The little cactus that could. Okay, home stretch. Woo! Oh my god, it's so small. Where would you even find a little pot that small? Do they make little tiny pots like that? Because either these other ones have to be like the biggest cacti ever, or this is like the world's smallest cactus. Oh, look how little it is. Oh my god. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. I have no idea what I'm even gonna do with that, like if that's even useful to me, because if I try to put it down here like next to the other one, In a tiny pot store. Yeah, here we go. If I layer it in front of it, maybe it won't look so weird. That's kind of cute, right? If I layer it in front, I think that'll help. That helps a little bit. Oh, I just can't get over it. It's so cute. Okay, so now let's figure out what to do with the card in general. I kind of like it layered in front. That's a little cute. I like these sentiments, so I definitely do want to use a sentiment from this set. Let's see. All right, let's put our little cactus back in there. A baby and mama. Oh, that's cute. Okay, let's see. So we can either do, I like You Had Me at Aloe, and then Aloe You Very Much, although I could try to do both. Like if I put, I really like this stamp set. Like I really like this stamp set. If I stamp it like right in between the lines right there, I think it'll fit. Whoop. Like right there, I could stamp it directly on, so I didn't have to put another strip on there, because I don't want to cover up the background, basically, is what it boils down to. And then I could put like Aloe You Very Much. Oh, I mean Aloe You Vera Much. Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice it said Vera. Aloe You Vera Much. That's so cute. Okay, like that. And then maybe if I stamped them in brown, because those kind of go together, like You Had Me at Aloe and then Aloe You Very Much. Vera, Aloe You Vera Much. Oh, it's so cute. You had me at Aloe. Okay, so there's that. The other thing is, like, the one down here we could put on a strip or something. Either way, I'm probably gonna need my MISTI. Oh look, I forgot to take those stamps that we used earlier out. Whoops-a-daisies. Sorry about my nose, you guys. I'm a little congested. Okay. Whoa. All right, so let's, I don't really need it on this white piece. However, I kind of want to keep this, well, not the white piece, but I want to kind of keep things lined up, at least until I get the, sentiments on there, just so that I can tell where things are supposed to go, if that makes sense. Because I think that will help me. Oh, you guys think on the inside? And then just leave this spot blank? I kind of liked it down there. Or I could put it on the pot. Nah. Looks good right on the wood in brown. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But you guys don't think I should do it down here? Let me grab some brown while we're deliberating. No, which one? I feel like I need to ask better questions instead of asking something and then saying or not, because then it gets confusing and I don't know which one you guys are telling me about. So do you think, oh, you like it down here? Okay. Thank you. Sometimes I get confused because I ask too many questions and then I don't know which question you're answering. Okay, so now that they're where they need to be, I can just remove my little cacti. I don't have to worry about them being in the right place anymore. Oh, never mind the no. All right, here we go. Yeah, so this background I made in my last live video. So that was, I think, on Thursday night. And I really like it. I have been having such a blast making these wood backgrounds. They're super neat. I love it. Okay, so the beauty of the MISTI is that if we mess up, we can always just stamp it again. And it will be in the exact same place, which is amazing. I love that. Oh, look how cute that is. Uh-oh, I dropped a stamp on the floor. Okay. Now I can just stamp it again because I didn't get a perfect impression. And then I can just go right on ahead, stamp it again. And hopefully I will have a perfect impression. I think I'm going to do it one more time just to hopefully get a really crisp, nice impression there. And this ink that I'm using is the same ink I actually used for the darker color of the background, so it's perfectly color matched, which is awesome. All right. Oh, before I take it away, because I don't want to necessarily move everything, there are some hearts and stuff in here that we could add if we wanted to. So just a reminder, this is going to go about here. This is going to go up here like that. And it is going to kind of hang off the edge just a little bit like that. Okay, Fatima, see you later. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah. Okay, so we could do like a little 3 hearts. It might be too much. It might be nice to just kind of leave it empty now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I think we'll just skip that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take this out of here. This is actually turning out super cute. I really like it. All right, so what I think I'm going to do is pop this card front up on foam just to give it a little bit more of a sturdy feeling so that the card has a little bit more substance. Substance is the word I'm looking for. So the card has a little more substance. That just, I feel like, will help make it seem a little more sturdy. And I like that. Everyone's awfully quiet tonight, by the way. You guys are usually a much more chatty bunch. Tracy, are you still here? Have you finished organizing your craft room, or is that what you're working on right now? If you are still here. I need to know about what kind of storage systems you guys are using, because I always feel like, oh, hey Tracy. I always feel like, I know you're still working on your organization. Yeah, I don't know. I always feel like, oh, this is the system I'm going to use forever because it's just so awesome. And then basically as soon as I finish doing something to finish organizing or whatever, I find some other system that I want to use. And then I'm like, oh, okay, let's start over. Which is ridiculous. I really should stop doing that. Oh, thanks, Tracy. It's just awfully quiet. So I didn't know if everyone was still hanging out or what was going on. If you guys were just passively listening while you were doing your organizing. Okay, so now I've got that on there. I feel a little bit better about, because it feels like it just has a little bit more substance to it. A mismatch of storage. Yeah, me too. We're going tomorrow actually to get some new bookshelf things, like a whole wall unit basically that sort of matches what I already have. So what I currently have is like my husband's childhood dresser and I don't know. I just have a lot of stuff that's not craft furniture. I'm making it work, and so since I'm going to be keeping this stuff in my craft room, I'm going to basically expand upon it. Right now, my husband is moving out of the craft room, if you can believe it. So I will have the whole room to myself instead of sharing it with him for his office. Because basically we just put our kids in the same room. They never were sharing a room before. We have 2 boys. and they are 2 and 4, and they've always had their own rooms, because, well, the first one had his own room because he was the only child, and then the second one, he had his own room because he was a baby and we didn't want to wake the first one up. So now they are sharing a room as of like a week ago. We just moved them into the same room last weekend, and it has been an adventure. But now we are going to go pick up some extra furniture tomorrow to put in the craft room with the rest of my junk. And hopefully I can finally finish organizing. Kaylee, I think we're on the same page, because I feel like if I just buy every organizational thing ever, then like everything will be perfect, except for it costs $1 billion to do that. You know what I need? Is to never go to this store called the Container Store, because that is probably my kryptonite. I would want to buy the entire store. And Kaylee, I'm just going to need you to go right on ahead and move to Virginia Beach. I know that that was like an option at some point, was for you to move to like Chesapeake or Virginia Beach or something, because guess what? We are opening, I say we like I'm the city or something. We're getting an IKEA. This spring is when it's supposed to open. So if you just want to like move down here, that would be great. I would love it. Look at that. That's cute. Okay. Not to mention our kids could play with each other, and then when Jackson gets older, he can babysit. Okay, let's add something exciting, like some green sequins or... okay, IKEA doesn't actually make the craft storage, if you're thinking of what I'm thinking of. They have, like, inserts for, the Kallax units that hold ink pads and, distress inks and re-inkers and all of that stuff, but IKEA doesn't actually make them. I always thought they came from IKEA, but they don't. They come from 2 companies that I know of, which is, I know, isn't it so little? It's the ittiest. Oh, yeah. Stamp and Storage is one of them, and then Organize More. Yeah. So they have really cool inserts, and I do have one of those 4x4 Kallax units, and I have a 2x4 Expedit, which is the old version of the Kallax, and I just moved the 2x4 one into my kids' room, so there's that. Let's see. I have these green sequins. What do you think? You like green? I think the green might be cute. Dawn, if you weren't here for it, I drew that pot myself. So the little itty bitty cactus from the stamp set didn't have a pot. It was just the little cactus, because I guess you're supposed to put them in one of these, or I don't know. I guess in this like large planter thing, but it didn't have a pot, and so I drew one. It turned out okay. It's very cute. Okay, so we can put one like down there, and then you guys know where my sequins are gonna go just because you've watched my videos before probably. They're gonna go right about there. Cute. It's just what I do. I have like these set places that I put my sequins. Oh well, it's whatever. At least it's comfortable. Oh, my glue lining is... Wow! That's a really big blob of glue. Sorry. My poor paper. It's a tiny pot from a tiny pot store. Oh, and for those of you guys who were not in my last lives, I do have a new Facebook page. If you want to give it a like, I am going to be using that one more than my A Card Day's Work page. So if you are wanting to interact with people from the channel, you guys can share your work there. Don't sneeze. All right, let me type it in. http://www.facebook facebook.com/JessFranciscoOfficial. Okay, so that is the Facebook group that or the Facebook page that I created so that you guys can interact with each other and share your artwork and all of that. So that's pretty cool. What else? What else? Yeah, I don't know. If you just give it a like, you can post your pictures, do whatever you want to do. I do have only one, hold on, 1, 2, 3. I have 3 mystery mailers left, so if you guys are interested in grabbing a mystery mailer before I try to restock them or remake more of them at some point, I only have 3 left, so they are on my Etsy shop for $25 including shipping. You will get at least $20 worth of craft supplies in there if you order those. So I did have an order come in after our live video last time, so if you guys are interested in that, there are 3 left. So yeah, that's what we did. We did a kind of a random assortment of things tonight. We made this cute card, although we made the background in my last live. We did also make this paper, which I guess I trimmed down, so now I don't know where it goes. Maybe right here? I don't know, can't tell. That's gonna bother me. I don't know. Anyway. Oh yeah, Tracy, it's been great. I have sold a few of them, and I'm pretty excited about it. Yeah, you guys are really helping me. It's awesome. Oh, there we go. There's where it goes, right there. But yeah, so we made this panel. We had a little bit of a mishap with our gold embossing here, but I am going to try to redo this on this panel once I feel like it's completely dry, and then layer that on top of another card. Oh, Evilise, I haven't been to the Dollar Tree in forever, but is there a specific pattern that you're looking for, or just any sort of pattern? Because then when I go next, which honestly should be soon because I haven't gone in forever, and I just, you know, sometimes you just need to go to the Dollar Tree. There's a million Dollar Trees near our house, so I can pretty much go whenever. But yeah, I will definitely, I can actually probably just go tomorrow if I know what you're looking for, because I don't want to bring something you hate, but if there's a specific type you're looking for, or like theme, anything. Oh, anything. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll go and look, and then I'll let you know what I find. And then I can just send you some pictures. Yeah. But yeah, so we did that. We did our little background. We started to make this little gold emboss thing, but it didn't quite work out how we planned, or at least how I planned, because our letters got a little bit messed up when I did the double heat embossing, but that's okay. And then, yeah, so I'm probably going to call it a night for tonight, because I do have a lot of work to do on my projects that I have coming up. I have my blog post on the Brutus Monroe blog coming up on Monday. I have our monochromatic card that I will be sharing as part of the blog hop on Wednesday. And then also my 2 Altenew cards that I shared with you guys earlier in the video. I've been apparently on a cactus theme or cactus kick lately, and this wood grain background thing. But yeah, so these 2 cards I will be sharing a video soon with a tutorial and everything on how I made them, in case you're interested in watching that. And then if you didn't watch it yet, I do also have a new video up with a Christmas card that I made. It doesn't actually have any Christmas anything on it. It just has red and green. But it's got the floral image from Conservatory of Quotes in it. If you guys are interested in checking that out, you can just go to my channel, and it should be the first video that's not a live video. So I did pre-record that. You can take a look and see how I made that card. Be sure to leave me some comment love when you watch my videos. When you guys like my videos and leave comments, it actually helps YouTube suggest my content to more people. So if you want to help other people see my videos, just make sure you give it a big thumbs up, like it, comment, hit that bell notification so you do get notified when I go live. And I will see you guys again in another video super soon. Mwah! Love you guys. Have a good night.